Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Stash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 31st of December, 2014. We're saying goodbye to 2014. This is episode 121. We'd like to say a big welcome back to all our returning viewers. We love you. And a big hiya to any new viewers. Some of you may be watching for the first time after finding out about our podcast from the Knit More Girls. So the Knit More Girls, Jasmine and Gigi, they did a 25 days of enabling over the month of December where they recommended indie dyers and bag makers and all kinds of stuff. And then following that, they are now doing 12 days of podcasting. And we were one of the 2 podcasts named in day 2 of that. So a big thank you to Jasmine and Gigi. We love you. And to Genevieve, because we know she loves the show. So if you found us that way, we're very glad that you're here. We hope you will enjoy the show. Or if you found us some other way, we're glad you're here and we hope you enjoy the show. I think it's going to be a pretty long one today, Damaris. If you could see our piles of stuff to talk about. Plus we have Christmas specials to talk about as well in TV. So, but before we do that, Damaris, we had somebody introduce themselves on the Ravelry board. Do you want to give her a shout out?
Sure. Donita, who is in...
I'm not sure. Inagata Donita, maybe?
Yeah.
Sure.
From Ohio.
And what did she have in her amazing post?
A marble blanket.
It was fabulous.
Yeah.
That was amazing. So hi, welcome to the group. So Damaris, if somebody is watching and they're not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do?
Join our Ravelry group.
And then what?
Introduce yourself in our introductions thread and you'll get a shout out on our next episode.
That's right. Well, with everything we have to talk about, I think we probably should get started. Here we go.
To talk about what's on our needles.
Damaris, what is on your needles?
More hexapuffs.
Ooh, I like that one. It's pink.
Of course you do.
I know. Pink is fabulous. So wait, why don't you tell them what the pattern is and all that jazz?
The pattern is the Beekeeper's Quilt by Tiny Owl Knits.
Mm-hmm.
And
what are you doing? I use 4 3.5 mil needles.
Yeah.
But you also finished some this week.
Yep. That one. And that one.
They're like fraternal twins. They're not identical. They're fraternal. They're cute. I like them. Well, that's great. And we've chatted about some possibilities for what else you're going to cast on, but you're still deciding on that.
Yep.
So, what you were going to cast on got nixed because of fiber content.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're having to reassess. All right, anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
All right.
So what's on your needles?
Well, really, there's only one project currently on my needles because I have finished all the things, but I have a couple needle-adjacent projects to talk to you about as well. That's the wrong bag. So I can show you something that is in the Doctor Who bag, which normally I can't show you. So I am knitting a sample sock of my Catch the Rainbow pattern, which is available on Ravelry. Can you see the little rainbows? There's one. I am using Trailing Clouds Nimbus Self-Striping Sock in the Mind the Gap colorway. So this was left over from my hashtag the Almond Steak London socks. And I thought it would be perfect for Catch the Rainbow. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to be re-knitting a few of my sock patterns because I wore them and they're not in condition to be used as samples. At like Edinburgh Yarn Festival and such that's coming up. So I'm re-knitting some of them. So I thought this yarn was perfect for the Catch the Rainbow. So I've just cast it on, the toe's done. I've made it through 1 full repeat and half of another repeat. And I'm on US 1.5 2.5 mil needles. The little 9-inch zooms. So that is currently on the needles in the Doctor Who bag. And then my 2 needle adjacent projects are, let's start with this one. I'm going to be doing a project I'm calling Stripy Sleeves of Warmth. And I'm going to be using my leftovers from my Neon Beast. This is Rainbow Heirloom Twinkle Light in the Fluffy Bunny colorway that Damaris wants. And this is Madeline Tosh Sock in the Pop Rocks colorway. So I'm using these for stripy sleeves of warmth. So I'm going to be doing arm warmers. But I'm gonna be having a fun way to do them. Stop. I'm going to have a fun way to do them because I'm going to use a dice to roll to determine how many rows of each color I do for the arm warmers. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to divide both of these in half, and I think I'm going to knit them at the same time but on 2 sets of 9-inch circulars. So that way I can keep track of the decreases, because I'm going to start obviously up here and come down. So I'm hoping to make them just up to here and to my wrist. So that is about to be cast on. And the other thing that is needle adjacent will be cast on tomorrow. So we wound the yarn. Isn't that beautiful? It's darker than what it's showing.
Mulberry.
It's actually called cerise. So this, it's been several episodes back. I'm not sure even how far. One of the gals in our knitting group gifted me some yarn she bought in a charity shop. So this yarn was all on a cone, and we had no clue of the yardage. So I wound it off onto the Nitty Knotty so that I could figure out how much yardage I have, and I have like almost 2,500 yards. We know very little about the yarn. Inside the cone, there was something called Yarnorama, and we haven't found information really on it. I found one little tiny tidbit when I was like trying to find info on Google that it may have been a machine knitting shop here in Edinburgh, like back in the 80s maybe. So I don't know the content. I'm assuming it's acrylic. So I decided that I would use it for something that wouldn't be right next to the skin. So the Mama Vertebrae obviously is what I'm going to knit. Oh, I didn't even say that. I'm knitting a Mama Vertebrae with this by Kelly Brooker. So what was I going to say? So anyway, the Mama Vertebrae is like not right up to close to your skin. It's obviously a second layer. So I think this will be fine for it. And so I'm casting this on tomorrow. This is my New Year's cast on. And it'll be on US 2's 2.75 mil and US 3's 3.25 mil. And those are my 2 needle adjacent projects and my 1 project on the needles. Craziness, right? Alright, I think that's everything. Let's go on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
And there's so many. Okay. Starting with the weekly preemie hat. This is number 40 for 2014. And it's the final one. This is from the final preemie hat for 2014. This is from my free pattern on Ravelry top-down preemie hat. And I did this on US 6's 4mm needles. I have no clue what the yarn is. Your arch nemesis gave me this yarn, and it's a fingering weight, but I held it doubled to make the hat. And it's really soft.
It's bamboo.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it has bamboo in it, because it is really soft. So that should be good for the babies. The color is fabulous. It's just so bright. It's almost TARDIS blue.
Royal blue.
No, it's not royal blue.
It looks like royal blue.
I wouldn't call that royal blue.
Royal blue.
Okay. Well, Damaris is calling it royal blue. I'm not sure. Anyway. Okay, so there's that. Then, I can't show it to you, but I did finish the super secret project for the Doctor Who Companion Sock Club 2nd edition 3rd pattern.
That looks like some sort of really complicated code you've written
in
the show notes.
So in the show notes it says, super secret project DWCSC-2-3.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's craziness. Anyway, so I finished it. I've blocked them, and we've got to do photography of them because it releases to the club members in January. Alright, what's next? I finished a wee little sweater. This is the Baby Vertebrae pattern by Kelly Brooker, which is the same one that did the Mama Vertebrae that I'm going to start knitting tomorrow. I did this on US 4's 3.5 mil and US 6's 4 mil needles. in West Yorkshire Spinners Air Valley DK in the rainbow colorway. And I'm not telling you who this is for because I think she watches the podcast. So, it's been blocked and it's ready to be sent on its way. I love how it turned out. The colors are so fabulous. And I did have some leftovers, so I just put it into the preemie hat bag. And finally, I bound this off literally probably 15 minutes ago. That's how dedicated I am to be able to show you this. I finished my New Year's socks. Oh my gosh, look at those. Look at the colors. Oh, craziness. So, this is just a plain vanilla pattern with a Fish Lips Kiss heel. Done on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And the yarn is Batat hand-dyed yarns, dough yarn in the Hullabaloo colorway. And I made them really tall, so they don't even fit on the soft one. I love how they pooled the colors. And these are my New Year's Hullabaloo socks. So yes, today is New Year's Eve, so I finished them on time. And this yarn is from the Golden Skein 4th quarter celebration 2014. And I love it. It's fabulous. And I can't wait to wear them. And that's it. That's all I finished. You know, I was not productive at all this week. I'm so sorry. So sorry that I had so little to talk to you about. All right, well, I think we should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite fart
No,
of our show.
No, our favorite part.
So sorry, my letters got mixed up.
No. No.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say now. Our favorite part of the show. Yummies.
Yes.
What are yummies, Claire?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, well you're starting, so why are you trying to get me to talk?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, I'm trying not to cry.
This is spoiler warning.
Oh, yes, this is a spoiler warning. If you don't want to be spoiled for the final 2 episodes of Cabin Pressure, Zurich,
not...
Zurich.
Zurich.
Part 1 and 2.
That's where Zorro lives.
You should fast forward a little bit because we are going to talk about Zurich Part 1 and 2. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Zurich Part 1 and 2 aired last week.
On the 23rd and 24th?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Can I just say, what a wonderful Christmas present.
But it was so sad because it was over.
It's bittersweet.
It is bittersweet because there's no more Cabin Pressure. I totally cried.
So did I.
Like sobbing, crying. But what were some of the funniest moments?
1,000 ice lollies and the Princess of Liechtenstein.
That's right. And
ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
And what about at the end with Martin in the cockpit?
Bonsoir, monsieur et madame. Je suis le premier officer. Martin Ducref.
So that flashed us back to, what episode was that?
Geeky.
Geeky Tartwright. That's one of my favorites.
And he was flying with Captain Lutreux, a live otter in the flight deck.
Huzzah!
And Arthur's Australian accent.
Oh gosh. And
listen, Bruce, they say it's my accent, Bruce. And if you've got a problem with it, you can...
I love that Arthur was the one that saved the day.
Yeah, he overrode the code red because he knew he was right.
That's right.
And Roger's Australian accident.
It was an accident.
Roger's Australian accent and Ben's Roger accent.
Yes, it was hysterical. And there was gold in Gertie.
Hey Mum, you know how you said we couldn't expect a fairy tale ending? Well, it turns out Gertie is partly made of gold.
Brilliant. It was fabulous. Fabulous. And Anthony Head.
Yeah, and he's He's the new first officer.
He is the new first officer for...
Douglas is the captain.
But it's not MJN anymore. It's
OJSR. Still.
Yes. It was fabulous.
So,
it was fabulous. But
and they flew into the sunset, and their destination was Addis Ababa. It began with A. Okay.
So if you have no clue what we are talking about, Cabin Pressure is a radio comedy. Was a radio It still is. It's a radio comedy that was on BBC.
No, it turned into a radio tragedy.
That was on BBC Radio 4 here in the UK. And it's about this one plane charter outfit and their journeys from A to Z. And Benedict Cumberbatch is one of the main characters. He's fabulous, but there's lots of others. John Finnemore wrote it, and it's fabulous. So there's 27 episodes because they did 2-part for Zurich. So, and in that vein, you also want to talk about something else Cabin Pressure related.
Oh yeah. So if you were avoiding for spoilers, you can come back now.
You can come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Okay.
Okay. So last year, well, this year actually.
2014, because it's still 2014 while we're recording this, although we realize that we've time traveled and it's 2015 when you're watching it. Okay.
Okay. So, in 2014, the first Euro Air Con, which was a tiny little convention for European fans of Cabin Pressure, was held in Milan. Yes. And John Finnemore was there, and it was cool. And to raise funds for this, a bunch of artists in the Cabin Pressure fandom compiled this Alfa Romeo Tango art book, which is basically a bunch of Cabin Pressure art and stuff, and it's gone on sale again to raise funds for 2015's Euro Air Con, which will be in September in Berlin. And so it's gone on pre-orders now, and I wanted to encourage you to get it because it's brilliant.
So you ordered the Platinum Edition.
Yes.
Which comes with...
it's the same book, but it comes with a few extras. It comes with a Martin Creef sticker and 2 random badges, I think. Yeah, 2 random badges.
Was there anything else?
I don't think so.
I can't remember. Should I click while you're still talking about it?
Yes. And John Finnemore actually has one of the art books. It was given to him at one of the Series 4 recordings. And no, it was... I don't remember when it was given to him, but it was given to him sometime, and he thinks it is brilliant.
Let's see. You get a in your book has 4 brand new pages, a Martin sticker, a large double-sided bookmark, and 2 random badges.
Yep.
So that's what you get extra.
And it is absolutely amazing. Some of the artists have posted bits and pieces that are in the book on their own blogs, and it's just amazing.
Cool.
So I pre-ordered my copy, so go get yours and help support 2015's Euro Air Con.
Yes. Brilliant. Alright, now that we have talked about Cabin Pressure for like 37 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's links to where you can buy the art book in the show notes, and also a link about Euro Air Con.
Yes. No, I didn't put in a link about EuroAir.com, but I will before you see them.
I was going to give it to you.
Don't forget. Don't let us forget, okay? Okay. Alright, so our wonderful friend Eileen, who is Twisting Pearls on Ravelry, who is a mega supporter of the podcast, was so kind, and she sent us Christmas presents. Do you want to go first?
I'm sure. Well, first I got this cute little snowman card.
It's adorable.
I
love it.
Snowman. And then I got a bluebird of happiness.
It's so cute.
I don't know where I'm going to hang it.
Somewhere lovely in your room. Maybe you can hang it from the light shade.
Yeah, but I thought, because it's kind of short, and so it would be kind of hidden, but I didn't want the yarn to get burnt by the light bulb.
It won't, but if you connect it to the very bottom of the thing.
Oh.
And let it hang down.
We're looking at our light shade up there.
Our light shade's up there. Because they're all the same in all the rooms.
We're just looking at You could hang it up.
So, yeah, we'll figure out somewhere for you to hang it. And what else did you get?
I got a skein of some lovely yarn.
So what is it?
This is Socks That Rock. hand-dyed fiber in the Fleur de Couleur colorway.
I think it would make an amazing cow, or...
What does Fleur de Couleur mean?
I have no idea.
Something of color, maybe?
Is floor flower?
I don't think so.
I don't know. If you speak French and are streaming it to us, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll probably Google Translate it after a while. So it's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, and then I also got a snowman card with a reindeer. So cute. I got this lovely hat, which I've already worn about 5 times this last week. It's so soft and cozy. I think, and I've already told Eileen this, I think I'm going to put a big gray pom-pom on the top. Wouldn't that be fabulous? I love it. It's so cozy warm. I'm just going to leave it on. And I got a skein of Fiber Nymph Dye Works Bounce Base, which is 80/20 merino nylon. There's a piece of hair on it. That's what I'm getting off. Approximately 400 yards fingering weight in the hot cherry pink colorway. Does that scream CC or what? And I've never knit with Fiber Nymph Dye Works before, so I'm really excited to try it. So thank you so much, Eileen. We love you. You're awesome. And thank you for being such a great support of our podcast. So do you want to talk about Christmas a little bit?
Sure.
You want to go first? Okay.
Sure. I thought that's what you meant.
Yes. Please talk about Christmas.
I got this card from you.
For me?
And it has a kitty on it.
It does have a kitty. I picked it because it had a kitty on it.
Yeah.
And I liked what it said, too. And what else came with this? No. That's not what I was talking about. What came with the card? That's on your Kindle.
Comic books.
Yes. Which ones did you get? Do you remember? Because you got a bunch.
Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. I think I got with the thing you got me.
Yeah. I can't remember what else. Because I let you pick because I didn't know which ones were your preferred. But then you also got other comic books because you got a gift card to Amazon.
Yeah.
So these are all digital comic books that she's reading on her Kindle. Okay, now what else did you get?
A kitty.
Oh, she's so cute. And what's her name?
I named her after one of my favorite Cabin Pressure characters. I say that. They're all my favorite characters.
You need to get little things for each of them.
Yeah, I was going to make her a crown because she is Princess Teresa Gustava Bonaventure of Liechtenstein.
Yes.
I almost did of Kittenstein.
But I like Bonaventure, yeah. So she's adorable. And what else did you get?
I got a Marvel notebook, and I already have a Marvel notebook, but this one is even more special than the other one I have because it's the one piece of Marvel merchandise I found that has a female character on it.
I know.
Yeah, I pointed this out to you in Sainsbury's. I was like, look, oh my gosh, it has Storm on it.
So when she wasn't with me, I bought it. Anything else Christmas-wise that you want to talk about?
Get dressed, you merry.
Yes.
Yes, you wouldn't let me come wake you up singing Get Dressed, You Merry Gentlemen, so I sang it to my stuffed animals.
Aw, so sweet. The other big part of Christmas that we did, we've already talked about, we did The Hobbit and out to lunch and Starbucks and all that.
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Okay, so let me talk Christmas right quick. So I got a lovely card from the Hubs.
It's so shiny.
It is shiny, it's sparkly. And
it says sparkle on the back, I think.
It does. He searched, and he wrote me a sweet poem. It was so sweet. So sweet. And I got 2 more sets of the asymmetrical, actually these are 9.5 inch circulars for socks from Tangled Yarns. Yes, that's right. Because I did a review of these. Was that last week or the week before?
I don't
Anyway,
recall.
I did a review, and they love them, so I got 2 more sets of them. I'm trying to think what else Christmas-wise. It was a pretty quiet Christmas. I did get some books because I got Amazon gift card. Oh, and I got something else, but I will talk about it in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk about a couple other things first. So my friend Katie, who I've talked about on the podcast before, is an amazing seamstress, as well as an amazing chef. She bakes me all kinds of gluten-free things that are just amazing. Anyway, so for my birthday back in October, she had given me a gift certificate to have a needle case sewn by her in my choice of fabrics. And then probably about a month or so ago, we were over at her house, her flat, and I picked out fabrics. And then we had an after Christmas get together with them, and she has finished my needle case, so I want to show it to y'all. So here it is on the outside. So these fabrics scream Cece. And then it's got a snap, and it comes open to this. And then will you flip the flap up? And then it's got 4 rows of pockets. Isn't it fabulous? So now all of my fixed circular needles are in this, other than what I'm currently using. So I always keep in my sock bag a pair of US 1.5 2.5 mil of a longer cable for magic looping, and also a zoom set. And then I keep a set of US 6s with the yarn for preemie hats, because I use that size needle for all of them. I think that's everything. And then my interchangeables are in another case. But I love that it's so organized now, and it's so pretty. So thank you so much, Katie. Love you. Let's see, what is next? I had a pattern release this past week on Christmas Day. I know, this was insanity. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do all this, but it was great. It went fine. So my second sock pattern for the Doctor Who Companion Sock Club 2nd edition released, and it is Hello, I'm Captain Jack Harkness socks. So here was the exclusive colorway from Julia, and it's just called Hello. So this is what's left over. And here are the socks. So I'm going to put this close because I want to show you. So this has this gorgeous cable pattern going up it. And if you look closely right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what do those 4 stand for?
Captain's epaulets.
And it's Captain Jack Harkness, so Captain. And then there's cables, time-traveling cables, and then another set of the 4 bars, and then up. So I just left the back reverse stockinette because the cables pull in the yarn some, so I didn't want to put something else back here that would also pull it in. But also, on both sides, there's 2 stripes that are for his suspenders. So how fabulous is that? So that released to the club members. It was toe up. And it will be exclusive until June the 18th. On June the 18th, you can buy it on Ravelry. But there it is. I love it. This is my favorite one that I have done for the sock club. I love it, love it, love it. So, there's that. What's next? Okay, my other Christmas gift. Oh, it's being loud. So, I used some money that I got to buy a new game for us. It's called Munchkin Deluxe. And you have to kill the monsters and steal their treasure and stab your buddy.
It describes itself as Dungeons and Dragons without all that pesky role-playing.
Yes. So, we played one round of it with all 3 of us. And then you and I played a couple rounds of it yesterday.
I want to play more.
It just got here yesterday, and we love it. We love it. It was a little overwhelming at first to try to go through all the rules, but then once we started playing it, we kind of got into the routine. So, Munchkin Deluxe. And there's lots of expansions for it as well, so we may have to get some expansions at some point once we kind of have played through it quite a bit. So, yay, new game. Alright, so, see, we told you Yummies was going to be really long this week. So, we wanted to do some reflecting on 2014 since it's the last day of 2014. Yeah. So, and this is something we like to do every year, is take some time to look back on the year and to look ahead at the year to come. So, do you want to do some reflecting on 2014? What were some of your goals? Did you meet them or not?
Some of my goals: to keep a journal every day.
Yeah.
And knit 2 sweaters. That's all the ones I can think of.
So, and you did the journal.
Yeah.
And you ended up knitting just 1 sweater.
Yeah.
But you knit quite a few other things. Do you want to talk any about that?
I knit a few pairs of socks.
Yeah.
I knit a fox.
You did knit a fox. You knit several pairs of fingerless gloves. Was it 2 or more?
I think it was just 2.
You started your beekeeper's quilt.
Yeah.
trying to think if anything else pops into my mind. It doesn't at this point. Okay. Hold that thought until you're ready, and let me talk about mine, and then we'll talk about 2015.
Okay.
Okay. So, some of my goals, why are you frowning?
Sorry.
Don't frown. You look like sad cats.
I'm grumpy cat.
Being a grumpy cat? Okay. So, some of my goals for 2014, well, my word for the year was affirm, and so that was cool. I kept a daily journal every day. I use the bullet journal system, and I am in love with it. It's so fabulous. And my brand new one for 2015 is all set and ready to go, and it's so shiny and new, and I'm so excited. And then another one of my goals was to keep a list of the everyday Thanksgivings in my life. I call them Eucharisteos, from a book called 1,000 Gifts by Ann Voskamp, which I highly recommend. So since I started keeping that list, I am now at over 4,000 items on the list total. And for this year, 2014, I think I'm almost to 1,100. I don't think I'll quite meet 1,100, but just under it for the year. So, and my goal was at least 1,000 for the year. So that's fabulous. Another of my goals was to read at least one nonfiction book every month, and I've read 20 of them. So I've greatly surpassed that goal. And then my final goal was about creating. So I had some specific goals and then some who knows what else goals to go. So I wanted to design at least 6 knitting patterns, and I actually designed 8 in 2014. I wanted to knit at least 2 sweaters for myself, which I did. I wanted to knit at least 6 pairs of socks for myself, and I actually knit 9 for myself. I wanted to spin at least 5 batches of fiber, which I did. I spun 5. I wanted to knit several preemie hats to donate to charity, and I knit 40. And I wanted to knit who knows what else. So, for 2014, I ended up with 101 completed projects. So, that was 6 cowls, 2 pairs of gloves, 41 hats, which 40 of them were preemie hats for charity, 6 shawls, 28 pairs of socks. So 7 of those were new designs, 9 of them were for me, and 12 of them were for gifts. I knit 4 sweaters, 2 of them were for gifts, 5 washcloths, 4 miscellaneous items, and I spun 5 batches of fiber. So that's 101 finished projects. I knit 16 kilometers of yarn, and I spun 0.42 kilometers of yarn. Insanity. Is that craziness? Yes, it is. So now let's talk 2015. So what are some of your goals for 2015, Mare?
Keep journaling.
Yeah.
Get more into sewing and actually make costumes this year.
Yeah.
Now that I have the ability to do so.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about knitting related?
Wanted to knit another sweater, one that I actually am pleased with.
Yeah, because the one that you and I knit together, neither one of us were happy with the fit. But I'm in love with my Miranda. It fits so well. What else? Some good progress on your beekeeper's quilt.
Yeah. Knit more gifts.
Knit more gifts. Okay. That'll be cool. Are you thinking socks or cowls, or you just don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to verbally say about 2015 goals? No. Okay. So my 2015 goals I've also written down because you know how organized I am and it just happens this way. So my word for 2015 is going to be grace. So I want to oh yeah, I have grace on my wrist. My tattoo. It's hard to show you. There. Can you see it? There we go. Grace. I want to continue doing my daily journaling and my daily Thanksgivings list. I want to continue reading at least one nonfiction book a month. I have one ready to start tomorrow sitting on my nightstand. It's going to be the first time I've read an actual book, not Kindle book, in I don't know how long. Craziness. And then creative-wise, I want to release at least 12 patterns. I want to knit at least 3 sweaters for myself. I want to knit at least 1 preemie hat a week. I am insanely going to be knitting 7 Christmas stockings for part of my family. 1 to complete the set at my mama's house, my mama and dad's house. And then my sister asked if I would knit 6 Christmas stockings for them for their house. So they're in the process of picking out yarn and such so that I can do that. So that'll be crazy. And then I also want to finish at least 100 projects again this year. I mean, in 2015. I have to talk, because we're time traveling. It's already 2015, so this year. So that is what we're kind of looking at for 2015, and 2014 was a pretty amazing year. So, all right. My yarn diet continues. It's been 2 months and 4 days since I bought yarn. I'm starting to go into withdrawals. So much yarn I want to buy. I have to make it to Edinburgh Yarn Festival in March. That's my goal. So, all right. Well, let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is this?
You take a look at our prompt list for the month, and you take a picture related to that prompt.
Yes. What does GGK Crafty Pad stand for?
Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo A Day
Challenge. We didn't put the C in. So, what was our theme for December?
Holidays?
Yeah, like winter, Christmas, and such. What is our January theme? It's not really a theme, but
New Year?
Yeah, the new year and looking ahead and goals and all those things. So that list is already out. So what should they do? They take a picture related to the prompt, and then what?
You post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorite pictures from Instagram.
Yes. So what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked, and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
So here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. They're the picture. It's so hard to choose our favorites every week because there's so many amazing ones. So, you should participate. It's never too late to join in. And if you want more details about it, you can click a link in the show notes, and we've posted a post on our website with the prompts list and lots of information about how to participate and such. So you should check that out. All right, so let's briefly talk about upcoming events we'll be attending. You're first.
Every week we go to one of our local knitting clubs, the Town Mouse Knitting Club, here in Edinburgh.
Yes. We haven't been in a few weeks because of all the holiday stuff, but we're planning to go back, hopefully starting next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're in Edinburgh, or if you come to visit Edinburgh or whatever, you should check it out because it's a fabulous group. And then after that is the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, March 14th and 15th here in Edinburgh. I'll be vending with Sam of Knit Run Dig Project Bags, but we'll also be participating in some way with the Podcaster Lounge. So more details I'm thinking are going to be coming out after the new year because everybody's been dealing with holidays. So hopefully there'll be some more detailed information after the new year. And then finally, the Geeky Puffin Knit Palooza Retreat, which Damaris and I are hosting with our friend Sam from Knit Run Dig. It will be on Thursday the 29th of October through Sunday the 1st of November. There are several spots still available, so if you're interested in coming, click the link in the show notes. And we're very excited about it coming up. It's going to be here before we know it, and there's so much to do still. So, but we hope you might be able to come and join us. I think that's everything for Yummies. That was a lot. So we probably should move on to the next segment.
Yep.
Here we go.
about what we're reading and watching.
So, Damaris, what did you finish reading?
I finished reading The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain.
Huzzah!
Yay!
You're done with it.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. Because it was a school-required read, and you did not enjoy it.
No.
So, what did you start reading over the Christmas break?
Divergent by Veronica Roth.
So, it's the first in the Divergent trilogy. And you don't want to see the movies until after you've read the books. I probably need to reread the books before we see the movies. So, what are you thinking of it so far?
I like it.
Yeah, it's really good. I really, really enjoyed it, so... and do you know what is your next upcoming book for school?
No. Well, I've got to refer back to Huckleberry Finn for the unit I have to have read it for. So.
Okay. And then there'll be a new book after that?
Yep.
So you can continue reading Divergent while you're working on Huckleberry Finn at school?
Hopefully. I'm not good at reading two things at once.
Hopefully it'll work out, especially since it's such different. I mean, it would be harder if it was like both set in like the same time period and you know what I'm saying? So it might be okay since it's like two so different books. Okay, I finished reading my 20th nonfiction book for the year, which was called Graceonomics by Mike Foster. I actually finished it a few days ago, and I didn't start a new one because I was going to wait and start a new one on New Year's Day. So, and then fiction-wise, I'm continuing to reread the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon, Not Safe for Children. Okay? And I am rereading everything but adding in the novellas and short stories and novels. So I'm currently reading The Fiery Cross, which is a large one, and I don't know how close to the end I am. But it's really good, so... and I think that's everything we're reading. So let's talk about TV. You want to start?
Sure. We're rewatching Season 9 of Stargate SG-1 and Season 2 of Stargate Atlantis.
I think we only have like maybe one episode left in each of them for these seasons. Vala's back.
Yeah.
I like her. And she's in Season 10 as well.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. It's been interesting. I can't think of anything specific, but oh, was this week the one where all the different SG-1 teams came and Dr. Frasier was back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Because you know Dr. Frasier died in our timeline, but these were alternate timelines, and Dr. Frasier was still alive. Oh, that was such a good episode. I like that one. Okay, what else? We finished rewatching season 6 of Gilmore Girls. The last episode with Amy Sherman Palladino writing and directing and producing and all that stuff. So we're ready to start season 7 now, which is not my favorite because they did not continue in the same vein with ASP's vision and such. So, but we'll watch it anyway. And then we're also at the same time watching Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. Rewatching season 3. Well, rewatching for me, watching for the first time for you.
Season 4.
Oh, we're in season 4 now? Oh, sorry, I read the wrong line. We're rewatching season 4, which is the final season of the show. They finally got married this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have to deal with lots of crazy stuff. So, Damaris doesn't like it. She thinks it's super cheesy, but I'm forcing her to watch it. In fact, I think we're ready for another episode of it. It's fabulous. Fabulous cheese from the 90s.
Ugh.
Gotta love it. Okay, so what's next? I finished watching season 3 of Everwood last night. It's becoming very predictable. I think that's why there's only one season left. So I have season 4 to watch. Yeah. And we didn't get to watch any Foyle's War this week, but we're ready to start series 3 of that. Alright, so this was the week of Christmas specials for lots of our UK shows. So if you don't want to be spoiled, this is an extra spoiler warning. We're about to talk about Doctor Who Last Christmas, which was the Christmas special. And then we'll also be talking about Call the Midwife's Christmas special, which has not aired in the US yet, I believe. And we'll also be talking about Downton Abbey's Christmas special, which comes after this series that has not been shown in the US yet. So, this is your warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, you're going to need to fast forward. because we're about to talk about them. I know we already put a spoiler warning up, but I'm giving an extra spoiler here because it doesn't air at the same time. Okay, so Doctor Who Last Christmas.
Yeah.
Peter was amazing. Amazing. I'm kind of torn because while I do like Jenna's character, I thought she had kind of reached the end of her journey and that they would have her leave. But she's not leaving. She's staying for the full Series 9, is what we've been told. So it's going to be interesting because I thought we had come to the end of her storyline. So, we wrote down a bunch of stuff to talk about. You want to start or do you want me to?
You can start. You told me to write down a lot of stuff.
I did. So, Dan Starkey, who is the actor who plays Strax, and he also plays other Sontarans. In fact, he has been in the last 3 Christmas specials as different characters in every one. But he played one of Santa's elves in the last Christmas. And it was so wonderful because it's the first time we really saw his face. Because when he plays Strax and the other Sontarans, it's not his face. There's all kinds of prosthetics. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. And such. So this was the first time we really saw his face. So that was kind of cool. There were snowflakes in the opening credits.
Yes.
I loved the scene where it was the Christmas song, and I don't know what her name was. One of the girls that was had the alien on her, and she did this whole dance to the Christmas song, trying to get through without thinking about the aliens. It was hysterical. It was so funny. One of my favorite parts of the episode. You want to talk about the next one?
Sure. Every Christmas is last Christmas.
So that's what Danny was telling to Clara in her dream. It was very sweet. Was it Santa that said this? Or
yes.
Okay. Santa said, "It's all a bit dreamy-weemy." He also said, we didn't write this down, but he also said that his sleigh was bigger on the inside. So does that mean he's a Time Lord?
No.
I think it might. I think
just making fun of him.
I think Santa might be a Time Lord. I believe. Do you believe?
No, that Santa is a Time Lord.
Okay, what's next? Oh, your turn.
What? Oh, there are polar bears on this ice cap too.
You like polar bears?
Yeah. I got a polar bear calendar.
Oh, you should have showed it.
Oh, it's on my wall already. I can't take it down.
You could take it down.
That's against the law.
Oh, so sorry. I didn't realize that polar bear calendars had a law.
Yeah.
He and Clara had them turn to page 12 in the book, and Peter's the 12th Doctor. So that was cool. The most hysterical part of the entire episode was Peter flying Santa's sleigh. And in all of Series 8, you know, Peter has been a pretty...
It's the Doctor.
I'm sorry.
You just
Peter.
keep referring to him as Peter.
Because his name is Peter.
That's the actor's name.
Yes. Anyway, so he's kind of been a more stoic... What's the other word I'm looking for? Doctor.
Stern-faced.
Yeah. And then he's flying Santa's sleigh and he's like, yippee-yi-yay! And all this stuff. It was hysterical. It was so funny. And then Clara was 62 years old. And this is where I thought they were going to write Clara out of the story. They were still in a dream. But, so in the dream, Clara the Doctor had been gone from Clara for 62 years. And he was saying, but you look the same to me. Because he didn't. She just was who he always knew. I don't remember what the last one is referring to. He was impossible. But I don't remember why. Okay. Yeah. So what did you think of the episode overall? Yeah, I thought it was one of the better ones from Series 9. There was lots of laughs, but there was some heart-jerking moments too, especially some of the stuff with Danny and Clara. So, all right, next up was the Call of the Midwife Christmas special. This was the first one without young Jenny in it, but we still had older Jenny, Vanessa Redgrave, in it. So it was really interesting. It made me cry, just like always. Every episode of Call of the Midwife makes me cry. I thought the storyline with what's her name? She's one of the young midwives, but she's becoming a nun.
I don't know.
I can't think of what her name is.
Cynthia.
That storyline was really intriguing to me. I found it really interesting. It was a good episode. Enjoyed it quite a lot. And then we have the Downton Abbey Christmas special, which was amazing. So Carson and Mrs. Hughes are finally together, and they are going to get married. And I cheered and was like, it's about time. It's about time. And Mrs. Baxter and Mr. Mosley, they worked together going to over 70 pubs to find Mr. Bates' alibi so that they could get Anna out of prison. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I really enjoyed that. We're still watching season 1 of The Librarians.
Yep.
So this was a Christmas episode this week.
No.
Oh, no, that was the week before. Yep. What was this week? Oh, the dragon.
Yeah.
There was a dragon.
Yeah.
So we're enjoying it. It's a little cheese. It's not as much cheese as Lois and Clark. No.
We've learned from our mistakes.
But still, I'm watching the cheese of Lois and Clark. And then, what did we finally watch?
We watched The Muppet Christmas Carol.
You had never seen it before. Mm-hmm. I had seen it several times. So what did you think about it being a newbie viewer?
I like it.
Your favorite one was The Ghost of Christmas Present, right?
Yeah.
He was funny. And some of your songs from your Christmas show back were from the movie. Yeah. So that was fun. All right. That is everything we have watched this week, which was a lot. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our Winter Wonderland Cal.
And?
You say that bit.
Charity Cal.
Yes.
So this Cal is an ongoing one. It started on December the 1st and runs through February 28th. You could not have begun your project before December 1st, and you have to finish it by February 28th. It is for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to winter. How do they convince us?
Any way. Color.
Mm-hmm.
Purpose.
Mm-hmm. Pattern name?
Yeah. Design element?
Yeah, you could have like holly leaves or something. What is the fallback if they can't think of any other way?
You made it in the winter.
Yeah. So we're cheater friendly, okay? The added aspect to this Cal is that we are also doing a charity Cal, where if you craft something and then donate it to charity, you get to enter into the FO thread twice. So you have an extra entry towards the prizes. You are welcome to donate to any charity near to you. That is totally fine. There's info in the FO thread of how to post your charity item. Or if you want to craft stuff and then send it to us, we'll be donating everything to Knit for Peace, which is an organization here in the UK that connects with other organizations to distribute crafted items. So you can knit anything from preemie hats to adult sweaters, scarves, mittens, baby blankets, except you can do pretty much anything and they will take it because they have connections for places to distribute it. So we have a couple of prizes thus far. One of them was donated by Eileen, who is Twisting Pearls. And I'll put it on the screen right now. If you live in the U.S., you'll receive a skein of Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock, 80/20 merino nylon, 425 yards in the Glacier colorway. If you're the winner and you're outside the U.S., you get to choose a pattern up to $10 U.S. that she will gift to you. And then we also will have something from our bag o' prizes. I'm thinking something knitting needle wise, because we have a set of something down in the bag down there, so I'm thinking that's what it's going to be. If you'd like to donate a prize, we would be happy to accept that from you. Just send us an email, geekygirlsknit@gmail.com, or send me a Java Pearl message on Ravelry, and we'll work it out. So, Damaris, a gazillion and 37 people finished projects this week. A lot of them. So why don't you shout out to who finished? Okay.
Ali Marjack, Angie's Hip, Angie Ann, Apple 380 times 2, Ritter the Knitter times 2, Christy Ray times 19, Eleanor Gamgee times 3, Ellie Jellybean times 2, Fairy Dust 90, I Knit Socks 2 times 2, Jammin to Knit, Cat Wings times 2, Kelly Cron times 3, Knitting Nurse McGee times 3, Knit Princess 83 times 2, Crafty Mama times 5, Elle McCall times 2, Lupin Owns Jacob times 2, Mad 79 times 5, Mimi Teacher times 3, Mrs. Neely Johns times 4, Phoenix Fire times 4, POKDEJ, Stormy Sky, That Denise Girl, and Twisting Pearls times 4.
Wow. So great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects, get them posted in the FO thread, and we will announce prize winners on the first podcast episode after February 28th. All right, well, let's move on. What did you say?
I said, whoa.
Oh, yeah, really, whoa. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us a question and we answer it.
That's right. So, Damaris, who asked this week's question?
This week's question comes from Amanda, who is Little Panda 518 from Arkansas.
All right, and what would Amanda like to know?
She asks, I also have a close relationship with my marmee, my mom. I grew up reading Little Women over and over, and the name for my mom stuck, even though we live 5 hours apart. I've always been a marmie's girl. What do y'all do to keep your relationship so strong? I've noticed that it's very uncommon for a teenager to be really close with a parent, and I always felt like I was an oddball growing up. I'm now 25 and have a closer relationship with my marmie than I do people my age.
So what do we do to keep our relationship strong? We're with each other a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Because I homeschool you.
Yeah.
Well, you actually homeschool yourself now.
I homeschool myself.
That's right. I'm just here for
Moral support.
And
to put it on my grades.
And to do your grades and transcript so that you can go to college. We have a lot of similar interests.
Yeah.
I think there's very few things that I'm interested in that you're not interested in, or that you're interested in that I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk a lot.
Yep.
A lot. What else?
I don't know.
We like each other.
Yeah. We do a podcast together.
We do. Who knew? I would not have ever imagined that. Trying to think. Are we like Lorelai and Rory?
Sure.
But you can't have Rory's acting out and running away and away from her mama.
Okay.
And that made me so sad and cry, and you can't do that because you'll make me so sad and cry.
Okay.
Okay? Do we have a deal?
Okay.
Do we have a deal?
Sure.
See. So, yeah, I don't know if that really answers your question. I mean, we've read the question several times this week trying to think, what are we going to say? But, yeah. We have a really good relationship, but we also still have the mama-daughter bounds. Because I am still your mama, and you are still the child, even though you're getting closer to adult age. You're not there yet.
Closer to. I'm less than 3 years away.
Oh, hush, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Hush.
I'm less than halfway to 30.
Oh, stop it. I'm the mama. Stop it. Okay. So, so that's our answer to your question. So if someone has a question, what should they do, Damaris?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And then we will eventually answer it.
Yep.
You can ask us pretty much anything. I think we've answered every single question that's been posted. I mean, there hasn't been one that we haven't been willing to answer. All right, well, I think that's it for this segment, so let's move on. Damaris.
Yeah.
We're to the end of the show.
Yeah.
And it's not 37 hours long.
No.
No. Gosh. Can you imagine us talking for 37 hours?
No.
No.
But I can imagine 100 otters.
On the flight deck?
No, that's too large. I mean, too small.
Too small?
Yeah.
In the sitting room?
No, it's still a bit too small.
I think we could put 100 otters in here. Some of them would have to sit in each other's laps.
Good friends, these otters?
They are. They're very good friends. They love each other very much. Okay, so some announcements type stuff. So, our friend Anna from Toil and Trouble Yarns is hosting a fiber retreat in May in New Hampshire. I think there is not many spots left still available. So, if you are interested in that, links in the show notes, and you should go now and find out what to do to sign up so you don't miss out.
Right now.
Well, let us finish our announcements first, and then you can go, because the link's in the show notes, okay? Next up, the Outlander Cal is ongoing. This is a Cal I'm hosting with some other podcasters. We've all kind of gone on hiatus about it because the show is on hiatus, but when it gets back on, when it gets close to it coming back on, then we'll talk about it more. And I also have an Outlander sock pattern that is not kitty cat related that I am doing in a partnership with Julia of Pandia's Jewels, and it's going to be a kit with her yarn and my pattern that will be coming out sometime in the new year. It's about to be with testers tomorrow because I like to work on holidays, apparently. You know, released a new pattern on Christmas, sending patterns to testers on New Year's. That's just me. Yeah. So then, after that, Princess Teresa, Gustavo, Bodil and Kitty of Liechtenstein.
Teresa is fine.
Liechtenstein. I'm trying to tell the people the announcements, and you are interrupting.
Meow.
Meow, I know. But I need to tell them the announcements.
Meow.
Can you calm down for just a minute, please? Okay. We are Amazon affiliates. And you might be able to buy your own Princess Teresa on Amazon. I have not checked, but that would be a distinct possibility. So if you are in the U.S. and you are about to shop on Amazon, please come through our website and click on any of the links, books, movies, TV. Those are all Amazon affiliate links, but there's also Amazon ads in the sidebar. And if you click through one of our links and then do your purchases on Amazon, Amazon gives us a little commission for that. You don't pay anything extra. But it helps support the podcast, and it helps, you know, to buy badges, to ship prizes, to buy prizes, and all that jazz behind the scenes. So we'd appreciate if you're going to shop on Amazon, if you would go through us first. Princess Teresa, are there any other announcements before we go?
No.
No? So can Damaris tell us where to find us online?
No.
Okay, so go Damaris.
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There's our links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yes. Should we tell them that there's a hidden Superman in this episode?
I think they already figured it out.
They might not have.
Not from the title.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot we named it that. So, you win 1,000 bonus points if you find the hidden Superman. I don't know what the bonus points are for, but we will grant them to you.
They're for something.
They're for something. You get 1,000 bonus points in life. Yay, you.
Yay!
Yay. So, with that, I think we're going to go. Sorry the episode's a little bit long. We had a lot to talk about this week. So... We're recording on New Year's Eve, so by the time you're watching this, it is the new year already. So we hope that you had a wonderful holiday and were able to spend it with family or friends or people that you love. And we hope that 2015 is an amazing, amazing year for you. We're really excited. There's some wonderful things planned for 2015 that we can't wait to be a part of. And we hope you'll be a part of them too. So with that, we will tell you goodbye, happy knitting, and we'll talk to you again next week. Bye.
Bye.